You're a little Pablo right now. You don't know how to build a retaining wall or how to bid a retaining wall. This is what I wanted to know when I just got started. I'm gonna show you exactly how I bid a retaining wall and exactly how you can bid it if you're just starting out. Let's say you have a retaining wall that's 4 feet tall by 20 feet long. Super simple, right? You go out there, you measure 4 feet long by 4 feet tall, you take your tape measure out, boom, 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 bada bang. Then you get back home, you're like, damn, I don't know how to bid this retaining wall. I'll make it super simple for you. This is if you're using a subcontractor, you do not have any experience with anything at all. Let's say the subcontractor knows everything about building the wall. You're just going out there and you're selling the job, right? First, most blocks are 18 inches by 8 inches tall. And then you're gonna need a cap, which is 18 inches by 4 inches tall. Most caps are 4 inches tall, 18 inches long. Now, let's go over here. Let's talk about the material you're gonna need to build a retaining wall. You're gonna need geogrid, woven fabric, adhesive, perforated pipe, blocks, caps, base gravel, backfill gravel, and non-woven fabric, okay? If you don't know what any of these are, go to your local supplier and ask them, what is this? And they'll show you exactly what it is, okay? So let's say you're building a 4-foot high wall by 20 feet long. These rolls usually come in 4 feet by 100. You're gonna go ahead and buy that roll. If you have anything left over, you could use it on your next retaining wall. And you're gonna do the same thing for the woven fabric. So the geogrid is what you use to reinforce the retaining wall. You use it every 2 layers. Especially if the retaining wall is engineered, they're gonna ask you for geogrid. The woven fabric is what you put under your base gravel. It's for stability. If any settlement happens, it protects you. It's like insurance. Your adhesive, you're gonna use it to glue your caps to your retaining wall block. Your perforated pipe, you're gonna use it to put behind your wall, so when all the water goes behind your wall, it has a way to exit. Your blocks, obviously that's what you're gonna build your wall with. Your caps goes on top of the blocks to make the retaining wall look nice. And then you have your base gravel. Your base gravel goes under your block. Usually it's anywhere from 12 to 18 inches of base gravel and about 2 feet wide. And then your backfill gravel, that's what goes behind your retaining wall. So all the water that goes behind your retaining wall can flow right through into the pipe. And then you're gonna have your non-woven fabric. This is what you put in between the dirt and your gravel, so your gravel will not get dirty and then clog your pipe up. You wanna make sure you do that, because you always wanna be building a retaining wall the right way, because if you build it wrong, Mrs. Johnson's gonna give you a call. Hey little Johnny, my retaining wall just fell. I need you to come build me a new one. And then you're gonna lose money. So, all right. I did this very simple. Let's just say for easy numbers, let's say all the material right here costs $2,000. More than likely it's not gonna cost $2,000. I didn't do the math for it, but just for easy numbers, let's say it costs $2,000. So I have this right here, material costs $2,000. And let's say you call your subcontractor. Hola Pablo, ¿cómo estamos? Sí, necesito una barda acá. Voy a estimar una barda. Está 4 pies de alto por 20 pies de largo. ¿Cuánto me cobra? $2,000? A huevo. All right, so he told you it's $2,000 for that retaining wall, right? Before I go into this, I want to show you guys what we use to bid out retaining walls when I was a little Pablo just like you, all right? This is a retaining wall calculator. And if you literally go to Safari and look up retaining wall calculator, this is the first thing that pops up. You click on it, and then all you do is you go in here, put the wall dimensions in, the block dimensions, the cap dimensions, and you could even put the price per block, and it shoots out all the information for you. It might not be this specific, but it gives you the basics. Now what you could do, instead of doing that, you could literally go into chat and say, I have a 4-foot tall retaining wall by 20 foot long. Tell me exactly what I need in order to build a retaining wall. It's gonna tell you the material, then you get the material. And you could even double check with your supplier just to make sure you're getting the right material. You can always give them a call and be like, hey, I have this wall that I'm trying to build. Can you help me bid it out? And then you're gonna get all of this. Now, let's go back to talking about this labor, material, overhead, and profit. This right here, $2,000. Let's assume all of this costs $2,000. More than likely it doesn't, but I didn't do the math for it. So for easy numbers, $2,000. Material costs $2,000. Then you call your subcontractors. He tells you $2,000 for labor, everything, right? Now you gotta figure out your overhead. Your overhead is basically all your indirect payments, your insurance, your gas, your truck payment, the big F550 that you have over there in the corner. All your payments is gonna be right here. You need to take your yearly overhead and divide it in order for you to get a daily overhead. And I can explain that in another video, but figure out your daily overhead. Let's say it's $500. You gotta recover $500 every single workday, just for easy math. Now you take this, you add $2,000 for labor, $2,000 for material, $500 for overhead, and you get $4,500. When you're just starting out, you just want to make sure you get the job right. You're not shooting to make all the profit. You're not shooting to make all the money. You want to get known, you want to get experience under your belt, and you want to make sure that you're getting signs, so whenever you're done with the project, you can put your sign on the lawn. So you're gonna take this $4,500 and multiply it by 30%. You're gonna make $1,350 for a one-day job, and someone else is gonna do the job. $1,350 that you could put in your bank account. You could use it for marketing. You could use it to take out Mrs. Pablo out to a dinner. You could use it for whatever you want, right? And then it's gonna give you a total of $5,850. You're gonna tell Mrs. Johnson, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna tell her, you're gonna send the estimate through Jobber. Hey, Mrs. Johnson, I have an estimate for you. It's gonna be $5,850. This is what it includes. We're gonna build a retaining wall that's 4 feet tall by 20 feet long. This is what we do in order to build it. We install geogrid, woven fabric, and you're basically gonna explain everything to her, right? And if you need any extra help, please lean heavy on your suppliers. They know everything. If you do not have a supplier that's helping you, change suppliers. There's gonna be someone that's willing to help you, that's willing to put effort into you, that sees your hunger. Those big companies that have thousands of clients, they don't really care about you. But those small suppliers that are trying to grow, they're gonna put effort into earning your business and they wanna help you. Go to them. So this is a very easy and simple way to bid out a retaining wall. If you multiply 20 by 4, which is the height by the length, you get 80 square foot retaining wall. You take $5,850 and divide it by 80 square feet, and it gives you your average square footage price, which if we do that math, it's 73.12. This is not accurate because I'm just guessing on the numbers. I'm not actually asking subcontractors for numbers or calculating the material, but let's say this was your actual number. You're gonna get your average square footage price is gonna be $73.12. That's how people get square footage price. This is how you actually calculate it, not go ask your competitor, hey, how much are you charging for a retaining wall? And then take their price, because you don't know if you're making profit or not. Right here, you do know that you're gonna make $1,350. And you do know that you're covering your overhead for the day, and you do know you're covering your material, and you do know you're covering your labor. So you're good. And then you're gonna come back at the end of the project, and you're gonna make sure that you didn't forget blocks, you didn't forget pipe, you didn't forget adhesive. You're gonna double check everything and see how accurate you were on bidding this. And yes, you're gonna make mistakes, and it's okay to make mistakes. That's the only way to learn. But as you do more projects, you're gonna get more and more accurate. And then you're gonna build out templates. You're gonna build out a whole system for estimating. You're gonna get estimates done within 2 minutes. Boom, 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 boom. And that's how you start scaling. That's an easy and simple way to bid out a retaining wall. If you guys want to learn more about hardscaping or scaling your landscaping business, like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you guys.